All right, guys. So I hope you guys are able to see me, hear me. All right. Let me see if we all good here as well. Yeah. All right, guys. So welcome to the session, and we are going to start this Palo Alto session. That is going to be weekdays batch, Monday to Friday, and today is our first day, and you can just consider as a very basic discussion. We're going to do that about the firewalls, about the course content, about our discussion, like who we are and why basically you should learn something from us. And also we'll try to chit chat each other to know something background about yourself as well. So let me start with myself. So myself, Pankaj, and having 16 plus year of experience in industry and almost 17 year after including the training and all. So 17 plus, I'm in the industry and I did a lot of project in past for a different role from the L1, L2, and L3. And from that senior management role as a technical manager, technical senior manager, consultant, senior solution architect as well work for a different company, and that was a good MNC like SCL. I work for the Jetty Telecommunication, work for Tech Mahindra. I work for the British Telecommunication. I also work for the Rack Space, and right now I'm doing the complete corporate training, consulting, and also interacting with you guys, or you kind of people as well, to just make sure you have the right opportunity, right kind of the understanding, so you can just grab those opportunity by learning the right course. Not only the firewalls, I also train people for the F5 load balancer, SD-WAN solutions, also for the CCN and CCNP. So if you feel any kind of the disconnection from any technologies regarding the firewall, regarding the SASE solutions, Zscaler solutions, SD-WAN, all, so you always feel free to discuss with me. I'll happy to help you all. All right. So we are going to start this Palo Alto, right? And let me share my screen and then gradually we'll discuss each and everything step by step. So I hope my screen is visible to you all. Let me see that. All right. Thank you, everyone. So very first thing, we are going to definitely start uh, doing discussion about the Palo Alto firewall, and you also should know about the Palo Alto UI, that is a user interface. What is a Palo Alto and how basically you can start your day one journey with the Palo Alto firewall. So I will showcase about the Palo Alto labs, Palo Alto firewall look and feel, how it is going to look like. Not only physical, not only virtual. I will discuss about the physical firewall component also. I will try to show how even you can log in the physical firewall if you want to do something testing, some kind of configuration, and some kind of the additional advanced feature testing. So that all we'll do together, and definitely you guys are going to get more understanding about that. So this is the one of the Palo Alto dashboard. I'm just giving the demo, right? It's not going to be very detailed discussion today. I will discuss something brief about the course curriculum, about the future plan, about the roadmap, about the future opportunity like that. But definitely, if you're going to start learning with the firewall, especially for the Palo Alto, this is your primary dashboard where you have to invest a lot of time and you have to do a lot of kind of work on this dashboard. So you must have to be make your good friend throughout the journey from today to like forever, like till the time you're working in the Palo Alto firewall. You always have to start and learn these all component. Hi Leela Ram, very good evening to you. Sorry, no problem. It's fine. You're joining late. No problem. You didn't miss anything. So this is your good friend and another good friend for next 60 days or 2.5 months, 2 months. This labs. So these labs are going to be your one of the good friend to do all practice. Let's suppose you want to do configuration of the Palo Alto firewall. You want to do a troubleshooting on the Palo Alto firewall. You want to just utilize the different use case, starting from day zero to become a complete hero in the Palo Alto firewall. How you can do the configuration, how you can deploy the firewall, how you can do the testing, how you can do the troubleshooting, how you can pull the logs, and even for the interview preparation, how you can do the analytical like understanding and deep concept of the Palo Alto firewall. So these all we are going to cover in this section. So we have a lot of labs. You can see this is the HA labs for the active. And similarly, we have the active passive labs as well, where we'll do the lot of discussion about the how we can make the active passive and how we make the active active. And not only active, we also have the global protect labs. So you're going to get a lot of things inside of the global protect. I'll discuss about that. Then we have the side-to-side VPN labs. We'll discuss about what is side-to-side VPN, why we need that VPNs. We'll discuss about the VWire mode. We'll discuss about the tap mode. We'll discuss about the interface mode. We'll discuss about the day zero firewall deployment, panorama deployment, multi-VLAN side-to-side VPN with a NAT. We have the user ID and content ID lab as well. So we have a lot of labs, and trust me, guys, in this lot of labs, we have to do a lot of practice. So our agenda is going to be like that. Initially, when we start this course, our 35% module is going to be theory. Okay. It's going to be theory, and it's very important to crack the interview, right? So for interview point of view, it's very important. Theory is always going to require for the interview. Now, after that, rest things almost 65 to 70%, we are going to invest our time in the labs. So labs are very important. Until or unless you're going to do your hand dirty, you are going to do a lot of lab practice. You're not going to understand the key fundamental technology. So labs are very important, guys, and you must have to be good in the lab deployment, lab configuration, and lab testing. So these all things we'll do in the lab environment. Almost 70% time we're going to do invest in the labs. So each modules, which I'm going to discuss later on, whatever total we have 13 modules, 12 modules we have total, and we'll try to add one more modules if needed for the advanced topic like automation and all. We'll see later on if the lab feasibility is going to be available. I will try to add. If not, I will just explain how it is going to be look like, how you can do the automation of network in terms of the Palo Alto and all. So definitely I will try to convey some advanced topic as well. But total officially 12 module is going to be there. And based on that 12 modules, you guys are going to get a lot of good learning from zero to hero of the Palo Alto Firewall. Okay. Any doubt? Any questions still here? Anyone have? Or we are good? Please let me know if any questions. Now, all right. So if no questions, I'm moving myself in the further discussion. Very important thing, if you're starting any kind of the learning, for the not only the sake of the firewalls, any learning. What is the like what is the approach you should follow? That's very important. You should also always have to follow some like best approach to learn that technologies. So if you talk about me, how basically I learn the technology. So if I just plan to learn the Palo Alto or any technology, so what I do that initially when I start learning, might be I will get the 50% understanding, right? Or 60% understanding. It's not possible I can get total 100% of understanding. So if I take live trainings, if I take any kind of the mentorship, even I go and any kind of the recorded session, if I'm taking the courses. So initially when I'll go and complete very first time, might be I'll understand 50-60%. Some people even understand. Ujjwal, please mute yourself. Please, guys, mute yourself if you're not speaking. If you are not, somebody join with the Motorola and OnePlus. What's the name? And Xiaomi also. Please, can you tell me your name? Somebody join with Motorola. What's the name, man? Motorola Edge 40 Neo. And some, yeah, what's the name?
Johnny Tanwar.
Okay, Johnny. Welcome to the class.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Somebody OnePlus, CPH24. What's the name?
My name is Raghavendra, sir.
Raghavendra. Welcome to the class, Raghavendra.
Thank you.
Somebody is still with the Xiaomi. May I know name, sir? I appreciate if you can tell your name. I'm just asking since like being of the class might be some backend people will remove you if you're not going to tell your name. I appreciate you can tell your name, else we are not able to recognize and probably admin team is going to remove you or we'll put on the waitings. All right, so All right, no problem. So let's just start, guys. So basically, what is happening initially when you're going to start this lesson? So in this lesson, might we are going to get 50-60% understanding in day one or day two, or might be entire session. Some people even struggle with 30-40% as well for the initial step when you go and deploy this configuration. So might be they are not going to get all understanding and they understand only 30 to 40% of the total course modules. But what is the more important? It's not important how much you learn in the day one or my day two or entire training when you're doing the very first time. That is not important. The most important is how much you have the dedication to understand this technology, how much you investing your time to do research on the technology, how much investing your time to make notes on the particular topic. Let's suppose I'm teaching something for you. So you should also have to invest a lot of time to prepare yourself to make these things, understand in your conscious brain. Like I'm talking about the Palo Alto Firewall packet flow. I'm talking about a deployment mode. So might be in the very first time you're not going to understand, but second time, third time, when you're going to go with the videos, you're going to listen that. Even you're going to understand when I'm explaining what all the concept I'm telling, but might be going to forget. It's not going to be applied in your subconscious mind. So only subconscious mind is going to accept these all things when you're going to do the repeat actions. And repeat actions is only going to be happen when you're going to make a notes. You're going to utilize your brain. You start reading the blogs, right? You start reading the articles about the any kind of the content of firewalls. You start going with the videos, right? Different videos, different sections. You start doing a discussion within your company, your colleagues. Then you are going to get lot of thing in your brain, and that is going to clear a lot of confusions. Trust me, guys. So my recommendation to everyone, whenever going to start our sessions, from the full flash, might be the from next class day after tomorrow. Uh, so you guys have to always come with a notepad. So you have to take a notepad and try to write by hand. So always try to write key topics by hand. I know you guys might be use a digital notebook and all, but if you're writing with a hand, so it is going to be very helpful for everyone. So your brain is going to be active, your hand is going to be active, so your emotions is going to be there, everything is going to be there. So your notes are going to be always precious than any digital notes. Still, there are digital notes, we can refer that, but might be you're not going to be always refer. But if you have the any diary, any notebook, probably you're going to utilize them just for the quick reference. Let's suppose I have the Palo Alto notebook, so I can just use quickly for the any topic. You can make the good marking, you can make some kind of the special arrangement of the pages where I need packet flow, where I need my NAT section, where I need the application ID, where I need the HA configurations discussion, where when I can which page I can use for the Palo Alto troubleshooting commands, where I can use for the any kind of the application identifications. There are a lot of things we have. So you guys always have to use that notepad and all. That's my recommendations. All right, guys. Now let's talk about who we are. So basically, you are here, Gwinnett Technology, for the taking the live training. And on behalf of the Gwinnett Technology, myself, Pankaj, I mentioned that I'll be your instructor. And thank you, Leela Ram. And I'll be your instructor, and I'm going to train end to end for the firewall technologies, for the especially for the Palo Alto, who just enroll themselves for the multiple like Palo Alto, FortiGate, Zscaler. Not for the live is not possible as of now for the Zscaler, but for the any video courses, if you have any doubt, you can just reach out to me. Somebody is going for the even SD-WAN, so you can just reach out to me. Even any classes, I will try to cover your all doubt, all questions. So if you have other admin related questions, let's suppose you're facing any challenges to access your videos, any kind of the study material you're not getting, your app is not working, video is not playing, you're facing like some video is missing on your LMS portals. So you can always visit the website. You can write an email on this email. You can also call on any of the support number. Most probably you can reach out this number on this number. Probably this number is less active for the support, but probably you're going to use 201 and 701 and 703. That is going to be your good friend for the all support. Further, we provide the training for the next generation technology for the any kind of Palo Alto checkpoints, CCNS, CCNP. A lot of training we have right now. It's the old slide, so you can just ignore. Now, why should learn the Palo Alto firewall? That might be going to come in question in everyone in mind. There are a lot of firewalls available in the market. So why Palo Alto firewall? What is the reason behind it to learn the Palo Alto firewall? So guys, one thing you have to remember, there are a lot of firewalls. I agree. But the best firewall we having in the market, that is only three. And what is that? You are going to find the very first as a Palo Alto firewall, or might be the second. Sometime you're going to find very top as a FortiGate firewall as well, right? These are going to be always a leader in the market. So just think about that. If you are going to learn about the leaders, so you have the good leading opportunity in the market. Just think in that way. If we have the multiple showrooms available for the any smartphones who are just having the very high sell in the market, taken a Samsung, taken Apple, or might be Xiaomi phone, might be the Vivo phone, could be anything. So if they're selling more product in the markets, they require the more service engineer, right? Means not service engineer, they required more service centers, and more service center, then we require the more service engineers. So the people who have the very good understanding, let's suppose taking a Samsung phone, they have expertise in the Samsung repairing, Samsung, collaboration of the phones. They have multiple issues. You're able to understand those issues. You're able to provide the solutions. So probably you are going to give the more value, and you are going to be hired by the very quickly by the company who are running the service centers. Similarly, if you are going to learn the firewalls who have the more customer base across the globe, means you have the thousands of customer, lakhs of customer, you have the almost millions of the customer across the like Palo Alto, they have almost every corner of the globe, they have the customers. So if that much customer and you are the good in that particular firewall, then you are going to get good opportunity. Trust me, guys, you are going to get good opportunity. Similarly for the FortiGate as well. So FortiGate and Palo Alto is ready in the market, but still Palo Alto is one of the biggest leader in the market because of their architecture, because of their brand value, because of their having such kind of the good feature if you're comparing with other firewalls, because of they having some kind of the extraordinary tax supports, extraordinary documentations, and extraordinary stability of the firewall. But this is going to be a little bit costly because this brand is quite good. So definitely if you're getting iPhones, and same feature you're going to get in the Samsung as well, or might be the Vivo and Xiaomi. But iPhone is always going to be premium cost because they have the extra layer of security. They have the extra layer of some kind of the stability and the phone kind of the I can say overall I can say performance. So that's why the cost is going to be a little bit high. So that's why in Palo Alto also their cost is going to be a little bit high. But if I talk about the FortiGate, they're offering the similar kind of feature. It's almost similar kind of feature from the Palo Alto what they're offering. Palo Alto is offering also similar kind of feature. But one thing they not have as compared to the Palo Alto, very good tag, very good documentation, very stable product. If you have any challenge in the Palo Alto, probably you're going to get quick fix and quick support you're going to get. But if you have the FortiGate, might be you have to juggle, you have to struggle. So that is like customer base is very good. Firewall is also good, very good, but it's not premium product. If I talk premium, so you're not going to feel like premium quality, luxury quality of the product. Not luxury is right word, but just think about you just comparing with the Apple and the other phones. So probably you're going to find the premium customers. So you're not going to find a premium customer for the FortiGates. But the only problem with the Palo Alto is the cost, but this firewall cost is the lower always. So when customer find the lower cost, they might be compromise some other component, might be they ignore their stability for some extent, not very unstable, but for some extent you're going to find it's unstable. That's going to be ignored like their tag supports laziness. They might be going to ignore their documentation part as well, other features as well. But yes, overall, you are going to save money. So money is more important sometimes than products as well. So that's like a key thing. Now, apart from these, also very good leader in the market, we have the Checkpoint Firewall. Checkpoint Firewall is a very good product, guys. Trust me, very good product. If you're learning a Checkpoint, it's going to give the very good product. But only problem is a little bit complex. If you're going to deploy this firewalls, you have to do a lot of complex work. So due to that, the cost is there, complexity is there. Overall product is very good because Palo Alto was born from Checkpoint only. The founder, you are going to be surprised. The founder of the Palo Alto and founder of the Checkpoint was same initially. The Checkpoint founder and Palo Alto founder was they originated a Checkpoint company, but later on Palo Alto founder just separated himself from the Checkpoint and they just build the Palo Alto firewall. So that's why you can find almost some kind of the features are going to be almost same from the Checkpoint and Palo Alto because the inheritance is happens from the Checkpoint to the Palo Alto. So they just develop product by using that reference. But still, Palo Alto is just leader since day one when introduced the firewall in the market. Apart from that, we have other firewalls also. You're going to find like Cisco, FTT, Cisco ASA also going to be there, but that's outdated. Like you're not going to find any new deployment. You're going to find the supposed firewall also, right? You're going to find might be Sonic Wall firewall, right? Sonic Wall, right? You're going to find any kind of the multiple vendors available, like WatchGuard, you're going to find that, Juniper firewall, you're going to find that. So there are a lot of firewall, Azure firewall, we have cloud-based, AWS firewall we have, but those firewalls are not that much popular as compared to the Palo Alto, FortiGate, and Checkpoint. So unless or until you have a company requirement, I would not suggest to learn these firewalls, which are not popular. Even I will say Cisco, you don't learn that because you not have that much opportunity. Cisco is very good in the other product like SD-WAN solutions. They are talking about the switches, routers, Wi-Fi, like other data center technologies, wireless technology. I already discussed about that. IoT technology. They are doing ICE technology. They are doing great, but in terms of the firewalls, still lacking behind a lot in compared to the Palo Alto and FortiGate and Checkpoint. So that's why my recommendations, unless or until you have the company need, must means your company acquired this firewall equipment, you should not learn. If you're blindly starting, go with either FortiGate, Palo Alto, or Checkpoint. And most Palo Alto and FortiGate is your top priority because they are the leaders in the market and they are the huge demand in the market. All right, guys. This is about little bit brief introduction about the Palo Alto firewalls. Now, if you talk about the history of the Palo Alto firewall, so as I mentioned that Palo Alto firewall was basically originated from the Checkpoint. So you can see here the actual founder of the Palo Alto. He was a Nirjuk and he was a former engineer of the Checkpoint firewall. And that is also he worked for the NetScreen. And he was basically co-founder of the Checkpoint and he separated himself and then he found this Palo Alto company in 2005 and the headquarter of this company is basically Santa Carla, California. But as of now, if you're going to find across the globe, their presence is going to be available. Every country you're going to find Palo Alto offices. So this was the first company and who offered the next generation firewall, and that was very popular in the market. That was very popular in the market, and industry was just adopted these solutions. And since then, still it's rocking in the industry. And any engineer who have the good knowledge in the Palo Alto firewall, trust me, if you have the even only Palo Alto product knowledge, you can just survive entire life in industry of the IT. Trust me, guys. If you have just Palo Alto product knowledge, and they have a lot of product, let me tell you their products. You will be surprised. Palo Alto product matrix. So if you just find that, See, these are the firewalls, right? But let me talk about certification roadmap. Then you're going to find Palo Alto certification roadmap. So if you're starting even with your journey with the Palo Alto firewall, that is a network security. But after this network security, you're going to get a lot of options. Like you're going to become a cyber security operations engineers, cloud security operations engineer, and in this case, in this particular different sections, you're going to find different opportunity. Like you're going to become a security operational professionals, and these are the basic foundation certification. Even you're going to become an exam analyst, that is a extended security intelligence and automations management. XDR is extended endpoint detection and response. This is endpoint detection engineer response. This again exam engineer, again analyst. Then you have next is the exam engineer, XDR analyst. Then you have the XDR engineer, and then you have the XDR engineer. That is for the complete automation and all. Then you have the cybersecurity operation architect. So you can either go in this portfolio, but still you require the firewall knowledge. Even you want to become a cloud security expert, like cloud security professionals, cybersecurity practitioner, that is again prerequisite, apprentice is prerequisite. So again, your firewall is going to be your baseline. So in a firewalls, always you have to start your journey in such way where you have to get very good knowledge how my firewall is going to be configured, and everything is connected to the firewall. Means any other department you are going to move that. And as I mentioned that you can survive your entire life in a Palo Alto because they have the very good variety of the product. They have the network security professional requirement. They have the network security analyst requirement, next generation firewall engineer that we are targeting right now, SD-WAN engineer, SASE engineer, and network security architect. So if you're going to fit yourself, if this role you are targeting to fit yourself, next 10-15 years is going to be your very future proof, and like I can say recession free career. Nobody is going to touch you if you're going to move yourself in the security service engineers, like security service, like a SASE engineer. You can just SSE engineer, that's security service engineer, basically it's part of the SASE. But for that, you also have to learn the SDN solutions. You also have to learn the next gen firewall solutions. And also you have to become the network security analyst. So I mean to say network plus security. Network is basically your basic foundations, like could be your CCNA, could be your CCNP, could be your Linux fundamentals. These are the networking infrastructure knowledge. But on top of that, you have to learn the security, and security itself is going to be your firewalls. So that we are targeting the next generation firewall engineer course in our discussion. All right. So you have to stay on one platform. You're going to get endless opportunity, but you have to become expert. It's not like just going to start and learn and then it's going to help you. No, even you want to go and complete your security operation journey. If you want to become an exam analyst, you want to become exam engineer. So these also going to give a lot of opportunity. Very less engineer available in the market. Okay, they are going to train how you can handle the incident in the stock. If cyber attack is going to happen, how basically you can react on the cyber attack, how you can just provide the automated way of the troubleshooting of incident, how we can do the threat hunting, how we can create the playbook, how we can do the any kind of the case assignment process, like case observation process, escalation process. So there are a lot of kind of the backend knowledge is going to require how you can use the tool. So just hunt the threats. So it's all about you're going to act as a threat hunting domain, and in that threat hunting domain you are going to get a lot of insight about the vulnerability, malware, cyber attack, right? Or any kind of the phishing email, any kind of the malicious content is going to be that. So those all are going to be part of the XGM. So if I just quickly give an overview, just for the overview, I'm just giving an idea what kind of learning you're going to get that. So if you have the plan to become this XGM analytics or the engineer, so probably you can go here. Okay, this is a data set. Sorry. Okay, so you can see here, it's only deployed. This course has been designed for the SecOps process, security operation process. So it's common security operations process, that's the uh, MITRE and ADT command and control framework, incident response plan, and investigation life cycle, XGM in the SOC, like dashboard, report. So you can see here we have to understand alert detection process. Means any malicious thing is going to be attacking your SOC infrastructures. So how you can just understand those alerts, and how we can understand and describe those kind of the alerts to just further investigations. How you can make sure incident scoring, if incident scoring is going to very high, then how, what action you're going to take that. Feature filled incident domains, you just have to define prioritizing for different incident. Then you have to custom configuration of the prioritizations. Let's suppose multiple incident is coming in your SOC infrastructure, then how you can prioritize that. How you can enable the XDR agent, like endpoint detection and response for the end user machine. And then based on that XDR, if BIOC, behavior indicator of compromise, IOC is indicator of compromise, you can see. So these are the things. It is going to give the real time. Might be it's not going to be related to this course, Palo Alto, but I'm just talking and giving the idea of where we are heading in the future and what all opportunity available in the market. So you not have to limit yourself on the Palo Alto Firewall, but Palo Alto Firewall is going to be your entry point. If you're not going to learn, you're probably not going to understand this. What is the meaning of the IOC and BIOC, behavioral indication, and the indicator of the compromise, behavior indicator of compromise. When I have to check this IOC, and when we have to check with the behavior indication of the compromise, these all things. When we have to use this XDR agent, what does mean XDR agent? So that all we have to understand. Then we have to do the forensic analytics. We have to do the identity threat detection response action, casualty chain, timeline, a lot of things, automation, how we can create the subtask playbook. Playbook is basically your automated kind of the tool. If any incident is going to be arrive in the SOC, so how this tool is automatically going to kill the chain, how automatically going to assign the L1 role, L2 role, L3 role, escalate to manager, escalate to different team. So those are going to be like your playbook, error handling. XQL is like extended query leak. How you can just use the extended query leak to just design different query based on the XML language, XTM language. How you can just do the query. What is the syntax? What is the schema? Some data sources. How you can compromise, and that query library, query helper, and schedule queries. So they are something kind of the programming language, but this is not actually programming language, but similar to a C++, Java, or might be the HTML code, but you just have to easily understand in the human readable format. So you can understand there's no much difference is going to, much difficulty is going to happen to understand these things. And then you have to understand endpoint security management. You have to understand what is the endpoint isolation, marvelous scan, endpoint file retrieve, and then you have to ASM, right? It's like how you can threat intelligence management, you can do that with the ASM. So these are again going to be do a lot of kind of the actions when any kind of the vulnerability attack is going to happen, indicator is going to happen. So these are the completely different track. So firewall is your baseline. Firewall is going to give the how and when you have to react if any incident, it means any kind of the attack is going to happen. And after reacting to the firewall, the tools are going to get incident, and based on that incident, they are going, means the data source is going to come from the different devices. Not only firewall, network could be there, cloud could be there. It could be any kind of the your internal infrastructure, data centers. And based on that, these tools are going to take an actions, and you have to understand to operate these tools. So that is something different module of the track. So if you have the plan to learn these all things in future, so you can just plan. But right now we are targeting our the next generation firewall. This is our target area. So what we are planning, let's suppose if you want to become the Palo Alto engineer, so you have to learn this next generation firewall engineer course. In this next generation firewall engineer course, I'm going to train everything related to this module. And once you complete this course, you are eligible to give the certifications. And what is certification name? Certification name is also going to be this one, next generation firewall engineer. Earlier we have a certification. If I go one slide down, right, this one. Before this next generation firewall engineer, we have a certification PCNSA and PCNSC. This was the only certification available in the market where we have to pay for the PCNSE $175 and PCNSA you have to pay $155. So sometimes people go with the PCNSA and sometimes directly go with the PCNSA. Depend on there is no prerequisite. If you're going for the PCNSA, you can if you can directly go that. But now this all has been like completely, decommissioned, or I can say not available for the any certification. So instead of this PCNSA or PCNSE, if you want to do the certification, this is the certification, and that certification is going to cost you $250. Okay, let me show you. So this is going to cost you $250. And you have to score 80% of the total codes, means 80% of total score of total, whatever the question is going to come. The question is going to be around, you have 50 to 85 questions, right? Depend on your question sets, but you're going to get 90 minutes. How the question is going to come? Question are basically going to come in MCQ. Recently, I have done this certification. So I did 3 months back. I have done just reached certification because my certification was expired. Earlier, I have done for the PCNSC. So due to this decommission of the trainings, the certification was expired. So I have to renew my training as well, my certificate as well. So I have gone through that. So you are going to find that MCQ questions and true false question also going to be there, and some scenario based lab based question also are going to get that, but you don't have to do lab and all. So you just have to go and use your brain, use your analytical skills, and then you have to crack this exam. So if you have the certification roadmap plan also, so after this course you can go with the certification, and after that you're going to get this kind of the badge of Palo Alto certification. So there is no PCNSE, there is no PCNSE. For exam also, if you're planning that for this course, right? So this course also going to cost you $250. So if anyone is planning in future, just giving the idea, right? So it's also going to cost you $250. Recently, I'm planning to give this exam. Okay, so that's why I will give this exam and the engineer exam both also, because I need to recertify for this new certification program also, due to training requirement and then customer requirement also. So you can just go and book your exam. Again, it's going to be MCQ based questions, and but training is very limited available because due to the lab constraint, right? Because for the exam, any analyst or engineer, for the XDR training analyst or engineer, these all labs are not available. So that's the reason people are not preferring to give this exam. But if your company have these tools are using, my recommendation, try to learn these tools. And because you have the already tools available in your company, so try to learn these tools and try to update your CV along with the Palo Alto Firewall. You are going to get very good opportunity. That is on top of the Palo Alto Firewall. So whenever you have a chance, try to learn these all things, and XGM analytics and XGM analyst and analyst, and then exam engineer, and then you're just going to be unique in the market. All right. So any questions, guys, still here? Because almost 40-45 minutes I discuss. Please let me know any questions, any doubt, any clarification needed before we move further. Everyone okay?
One more question, Pankaj
Yes.
sir. So
Yes,
question
please.
is like in this course, have we get like means upgrades and then how IPsec tunnelings forming that also included or just theory part or like what?
Which course you're talking about?
Palo Alto.
Palo Alto, yes. Palo Alto, you don't have to worry anything. So Palo Alto, you are going to champion not only this theory, okay? Theory is just going to be 30-35%. So if you're talking about the VPNs, so entire VPN, one is missing here. Sorry for that. That is the client to site VPN. I need to update my PPT. Client to site VPN. That is a global protect. So you guys will become champion in the VPN. That is my recommendations, okay? And my commitment as well. VPN is one of the complex topics. So not only theory. Theory is going to be 1 hour sessions where I'll discuss about what is IPsec, what is the history of the IPsec, why we need IPsec, what is VPN, how to configure phase one parameter, how to configure phase two parameter, what happened in the phase one, how 6 packet exchange happens, why 3 packet exchange happens, what is the phase two controller data tunnel, and then also we'll configure the global protect VPN and all. So that is
Okay.
with 100% cover, okay, and HA part is also going to cover. So
So
I will discuss.
we are configuring HA, VPN, and we are also you are also showing like how upgrade has been done, what the preamble.
Everything, every upgrade, licensing, right? You can see
Okay.
they say this side VPN lab. So we'll do from zero how to deploy side-to-side VPN. Okay. We'll do client to side VPN also. That is 100% going to work with the global protect, how to deploy that. That is also theory and concept. How to do licensing, how to do upgradations, VLANs, advanced feature, malware. So I will just discuss Rohit each and every syllabus. But whatever you can think in the Palo
Yes.
Alto, that 200% is going to be covered. If any topic you guys feel like going to miss, just let me know. I'll cover that.
So Panorama also going to cover this
Yes,
how.
panorama. We are going to cover panorama. But one thing I want to be clarify. I want to just clarify. Panorama required the license. Okay. So
Okay.
we will do 90 to 95% all concept discussion. 5% I would not say because your actual firewall onboarding is not possible in this lab because this required license very costly. So you're going to understand how to create template, how to create device group, how to create the pre-rule, post-rule, how to update the firewall on the panorama, how to onboard the configuration, how to build the bundles. Everything is going to be there. But only you're not going to see firewall on the panorama because of the license constraint. So if
Okay. Okay.
anyone in the class having the panorama and you think like I can just share my panorama to just look and feel in real, I will try to arrange a sandbox if possible. I will try to check in my environment. So I will demonstrate on the real infrastructure as well. But 90 to 95% concept is going to be clear in the panorama. Only you are not going to see in the firewall in this lab, but I will try to arrange something else as a workaround. Okay, Rohit?
Okay. Okay. Sure. Sure. Thank you.
All right,
And,
welcome.
and also we get some information about the Palo Alto SD-WAN work.
Okay, that's a really good questions. So see, Palo Alto SD-WAN is a different course. Okay, as I mentioned that. So
Yeah,
Palo
like
Alto
basic
SD,
basic work.
yeah, basic. I will discuss the SD-WAN because I'm instructor SD-WAN. But in Palo Alto also we have the option to configure the SD-WAN. You can see here if you go here and then you can find the SD-WAN policy sections here.
Yeah.
But this is required the special license. See here.
Yes.
So I cannot demonstrate anything, but you can ask me the controller, what is the controller, why the controller is needed. You can ask me what is the control plane data plane in the SD-WAN. So those level idea I'll give that. But if you even you can I can talk about the component, what all component needed in the SD-WAN solution in the Palo Alto. But to be honest, this course is not going to include SD-WAN. SD-WAN we have a different dedicated course, and I just run in the corporate batch because lab again is not possible in our infrastructure in the lab for the SD-WAN and Prisma access. So that's the
Okay.
lab constraint is going to be there.
No issue. So SD-WAN basic concept and Prisma
Yeah,
basic work.
don't worry.
So
I will discuss. Even you'll go on the event channel. You can find one of the very good video from my side. It's available already. Prisma Access. Go in it. Let me share this. This video we created by me. You can
okay.
see I just uploaded 1 year back, but I'm just sharing this link to you all.
Okay.
If you not have any idea about the Prisma, you just walk through this video. Trust me. Sorry, I pasted in wrong channel. Let me paste in. Let me paste in the chat window, everyone. So you guys just watch this video. This video is created by me only, and you find very good insight about the Prisma Access. It's like for beginner. If you don't know anything about the Prisma Access, go with that video. You're going to get insight, and you can thanks me later if you find valuable things.
Thanks for
All
this link.
right. Yeah, thank you, Dharmendra. Pratap, you have any questions? Pratap, ready?
Uh, so I don't have any questions because I'm new for this technology. I
Mm-hmm.
know Azure firewalls because Since I'm working as a cloud engineer, I know, but the Palo Alto part, I'm not aware of that. But so I just want to move my career as a cloud security engineer. So I just and let's go.
Okay,
Yeah.
good,
And
good.
the other thing is, I wanted to know one thing. When is the class timings? Because I will not be available in the morning timing.
Okay, no problem. So, Sachin, I'll take your questions. So, let me tell you, the class timing will put as a 8:15 to 9:15, Monday to Friday. Okay, this is the IST time. This is the India Standard Time, Monday to Friday. So, this is the class timing is going to happen. So, we are going to meet every week, Monday to Friday, 5 days, and all classes are going to be recorded. Whatever classes we are going to do in the session. So recording is going to be there, all classes, and everyone is going to get the lifetime recording. So it's not 1 year, 2 year, right? A lifetime recording access is going to be there. One more thing, you guys are going to get labs. Labs are going to be available for 2 months. Okay. And these labs are going to be 24/7 access. So you can do any time lab. Also, you all are going to get study material, right? And you can download this study materials, everything, and PDF notes, right? T-shirt guide. Also, you're going to get ebooks, etc. So some lab guides also, complex lab guides also are going to get that. So these all are going to be complimentary for you. So you guys can do whatever you want to do in a later on practice, study. So you can just do that. Clear, Pratap, for you? Timing clear?
Yes, it is 8:15 p.m. IST, right?
Right. 8:15 to 9:15 p.m. IST. That's correct.
Oh, yeah. So I'll
This
be
is
available.
fine.
Yeah, yeah, that is fine for me.
And
Yeah.
sir, one more question, like duration is how many days?
Okay, so see, the target of this course is going to be 2 month maximum. 2 months maximum, but because it's a Monday to Friday, so we'll try to finish in the 45 days. Means
Okay.
we think about 6 weeks. We are going, but I take 2 month, 8 weeks. Why? Because sometime we have some holidays, sometime we have some kind of the even I am not available, or might be if people are coming in the groups, 4 5 people, and they have some migration activity. Might be you guys are not in group, but I have seen some people are in group coming in the same company, same or like verticals, and they have suddenly some kind of a plan for the holiday company trip, and also they take a 3 4 day break. So we have the 45 days. That is the standard time where we can finish this training. But in case it is going to be extended, we're not going to more than 2 months. So definitely we'll finish within the 2 months this course. And your lab is going to be there throughout this 2 months. Even course is going to finish in 45 days. Labs are still going to be 15 days buffer for you for all practice.
So lab is date is started when we get a access for lab.
Yeah, lab is only going to start it when you are going to, let's suppose, today I'm starting this class, okay? But I'm not doing any configuration work. Even for initially 3 4 classes, we'll all discuss theoretically. Means first week you consider it's going to be theory class because we have to do a lot of comparison for the different firewall. We have to understand the product matrix. We have to understand why we need a firewall. What is a proxy? What is a secure gateway? Different components. So at least you have the 360 view about the products and about the technologies. Then we'll understand about the Palo Alto packet flow. We'll have to understand the SP3 architecture. These all are complete theory modules. Initially, 1 2 modules, and then we start doing the initial configuration. So when I start doing the initial configuration, guys, then I will request take labs. So even you are not taking labs for 1 month. So whenever you take the labs, your lab is going to be available for 60 days. But once you take the labs, your lab is going to be active. It's not going to be paused. That's like
Okay.
yeah, that's like company policy. So you
Time
have
is
to
start,
take.
so no option for stop.
No, there's no option for it because it's 24/7 labs, right? And dedicated
Yes.
for you only. So you can use anytime. Nobody's going to use your lab. Your credential is going to be created. So there's no start or stop policy for us. It's not like you're stopping, then your hours is going to be. Some people are giving the labs like 50 hours lab, 40 hours lab. And you can use those, might be 1 day or 2 day, or might be the whole 2 months or 6 months. So we are not offering like that. We can do that, but you're only loss in that. Let's suppose you're giving the 40 hours lab.
Unlimited is okay. Unlimited is okay for 60 days.
Yeah. So that is fine because you can do in night time, you can do the weekend time, you can do the weekday time. You can just invest whole day, 2 days, 3 days, depend on you. So this is what we have the policy. So you guys just have to go with that policy.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Any other questions, guys? Anyone have any other questions?
Hi, sir. Sachin here.
Yes, Sachin, please go ahead.
Sir, I have a couple of questions. Like there are some options like security profile, which requires license. So are we going to practice that here?
Yes, 200%. So let me show you in live. Definitely, I agree that require the license, but in our firewall, everything is possible. Even our license is expired, but still you can do all testing. We have some sort of setups here. Let me show you. So any kind of the test, whatever you can think, it's possible in our lab infrastructure, and I will demonstrate. That's why we have the Linux machine here. You can do vulnerability attack, you can do the DOS attack, you can do the virus, even lifetime, like any live virus testing, any spyware testing, that all possible. Any SL inspection, that also possible. Probably in this lab, you're going to find it's a pre-configured last lab. So 21. Sorry. This is GScaler, guys. So if you have any plan to learn even GScaler, this is GScaler portal, GIA, GPA. So I was just doing some research on GScaler, and I was delivering one of the session for the awareness. Okay, so now it's login. So definitely our license is also expired, but let me show you. See, we have the vulnerability, spyware, virus, live flood. Okay, Sachin, you can see here URL filtering. Also, you're going to find some URL filtering logs as well. See all URL filtering, all logs available. You got DLP. All DLP logs are also going to be available. You can see here. Wildfire probably we not tested, so or might be this required the pure license. So wildfire sometime work, sometime not work. Decryption also you can see it's going to work. So every corner of the security file see decryption also. So whatever security file you see here, also live testing, antivirus, anti-spyware, URL filtering, file blocking, wildfire, data filtering, dot production. These all are going to be tested. And some are going to be generated live attack from the Linux machine. Some we can test via the custom profile creations like spyware activity. I'll create the custom signature for the spying activity and I will test that also. And definitely vulnerability and spying activity also going to be tested. Will make sense,
Yes,
Sachin? And
yes, sir.
also, not only these logs, also you can find each and every logs here. Means some licensed file, unlicensed file, not going to find these logs. But in our infrastructure, you can see every logs are going to be there. So you're not going to find any difficulty to understand 100% of the configuration of the Palo Alto firewall. If there is some difficulty, I will make something. I have the physical firewall as well, so don't worry about that. Real physical firewalls, so I can test on that as well. HH 200% is going to work. Global Protect 200% is going to work. So you don't have to worry about that.
Sir, anything about VCs we can do?
VCs require the physical firewall. So I'll explain theoretically VCs. VCs require the special model. The firewall we have doesn't support the VCs because VCs require the license. But I will explain what is the VCs theoretically. VCs is not part of this course as well. If you go for any Palo Alto course. No, Sachin, VSys is not part of that course. But if you have any use case, you want to say your company firewall, I will even demonstrate on your firewall as well. We stop the recording, I'll demonstrate because I work on the VSys.
Okay.
So I will explain theoretically how VSys is going to be, what is the use of the VSys, and how VSys is going to be even used in the any firewalls.
Understood.
So just have a
Sir,
doubt.
this
So can we deploy the firewalls in cloud as well, right?
Yeah, cloud deployment is absolutely possible. So there is a two cloud infrastructure, one is the private cloud and public cloud. So private cloud, you can just think about the ESXi server, just think about this as a private infrastructure, and I can do on-flight deployment in the private cloud, how to deploy the file in the private cloud. But in the public cloud, we require the Azure or AWS. So if you have a tenant, you can just give me my tenant has been expired due to the license, because you have to use the credit and all. So all credit already existed. So if you have any AWS and Azure portal, you just give me. If you have the free portals, I can deploy right away firewall in front of everyone. So that is absolutely possible. If not, I can just tell you the even if you want to see that. Even you're going to find one of the deployment on our portals as well. I'll find that video. I need to check that. There are the Azure deployment also we have done in the one of the sessions on the live. So probably I'll save that video. You can just go with that step-by-step process, or you can share me your tenant. I will do that.
Okay. The reason why I'm asking is because I have a free subscription which is provided by the company for practice. So instead of sometimes if I'm not getting time to do a lab in your environment, so I can deploy my own lab in my subscription, so I can do it.
So see, in this course, you're going to get this lab 24/7 for next 60 days. But as I mentioned that if you really want to deploy the firewall in the cloud, you just give me a tenant, I will deploy for you. Don't worry. It's just, a 10 to 15 minute job to deploy the firewall. And your firewall is going to accessible from anywhere. Similar, what I can deploy in the private cloud. This is a ESXi. See, one firewall deploy here. You can see this is the firewall deploy in the ESXi. It's take hardly 5 to 10 minutes deploy this firewall. Similar way, we require this is the private cloud console. ESXi is actually this server hosted in our data center. So we are accessing this ESXi and we're deploying the firewall. Similar way, you have to bring the console of the Azure or AWS. Once you have the console, we have the tenant ready, then we can get the firewall from the marketplace based on your credit and we can deploy that. Just click, 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 and it's going to deploy. That's all. And you're going to get similar UI. You're not going to find any different UI. Just you will get the public IP address instead of the private IP address. A private IP address for this particular firewall.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I'm not, I can't share my subscription details because
So
I will go
that's
for
a
the
limitation,
private.
Pratap. In our lab, we cannot deploy because I don't have the demo account. We have the account, but that is the one of the client they're using that, and demo account has been exhausted. So I can only give the in terms of the videos and all, so you can use that for the deployment if you want to learn.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, video will provide that. Okay, somebody asked something else, guys. Who was asking? I believe I missed that. All right. So if no questions, guys. Yes, Sachin. Still have any question?
Sir, one last thing. From when onwards we will have the lab access? It will be like initially or going forward, like when we start the
No,
practice?
I would say today we have a class, and tomorrow probably we'll not have a class. Day up means we'll today is Tuesday, right? But Thursday we'll have again class, right? Because I'll give the time to just digest this topic what we have discussed till now, just history and all. Just do your research, watch this video and all. We will complete this module. This module one is complete theory. So it will take at least 2 classes to complete this module. Okay. Once we have this discussion, I need one more class to have some basic fundamental discussion like product matrix. We'll discuss about the why firewall, what is the reason behind the firewall, how firewall is going to give the security for a network infrastructure. So 3 to 4 class I need a theory, and then I will start the initial configuration of the firewall. So then after you guys can take the labs. So I would suggest next week you take the labs, not this week. Sachin.
Understood, sir.
Okay. All right, guys. So if there's no questions, so probably we'll meet on the Tuesday and Thursday again, and see you in the class again. I will continue with the our firewall module 1, that is the why we need a firewall. Okay. Thank you,
Yes.
everyone. See you again. Bye bye. Take care. Take care.
Thanks.
Thank you.